Jacomo de Jacomo in black, a modernized old school warm fougere. But should you care about it? Coming up. Hello YouTube, hello dear Fragmatics, welcome to another video. Today we take a look at Jacomo de Jacomo in black. This is familiar to nothing I own until this day, but in the same time it feels kind of familiar old school type of a scent combined with a warm modernized fragrance. So let's get into the presentation. This is the box. As you can see, it looks quite nice, simple, elegant. It's something you expect from a designer like Dior, this type of box. It has this cool Inca drawing on the front and the badge if you are into those kind of things. Now let's see the bottle. The bottle looks like this and has again that Inca drawing on the front, and the bottle feels quite nice until you get to the cap, which is flimsy. I mean, it's heavy, it's steady, but it doesn't stick to the bottle, so it just stays there. So it feels kind of cheap, but the rest, good presentation, nothing to say. Now, overall, this is a presentation you expect from a mid-range type of a fragrance, so it's okay. And now let me show you the atomizer, which looks like this. Let me show you how it sprays. I mean, it's a good atomizer, sprays a good mist far away and quite wide. But the most important thing is how it smells. Now, when I first took contact with the fragrance, let me tell you, I felt intrigued. Why? Because although it doesn't smell like something I already have in my collection, it feels familiar. It's a old school Oriental Fougère with a touch, with a modern Italian fragrance touch. Why I say Italian? Because although this is made in France, has that vibe of being Italian, an Italian fragrance, an Italian old school fougere, dark fougere, dark old school fougere. I know maybe it doesn't mean anything to you, but it feels like an Italian, oriental, dark, old school fougere, kind of like that. And now let's go to Fragmaticus. The main accords are amber, woody, warm spicy, lavender, floral, vanilla and smoky. And the official notes are: on the top you have cardamom, lemon and mint. On the middle you have lavender, cyclamen, cedar and lily of the valley. And on the base you have amberwood, incense, amber, vanilla and tonka bean. And now let's see the same profile of Jacomo de Jacomo in black. The opening is good, the alcohol is well hidden by the aromatic notes and feels smooth and well done, like a mid-range fragrance. When you first apply this, you are welcomed with a blast of mint, lavender and cardamom on the top, and on the back you have a mild, spicy, bitter sweetness, if I can say that, that is warm, calm and inviting. The flash you get from the mint goes away after around 2 minutes, and you are left with a toned down, calm lavender up front, and on the body of the fragrance you get cardamom, you get woody notes, you get amber, and it starts to develop also the tonka on the background. Overall, this is an elegant Oriental fougere with a warm body and a dark Italian attitude. You should know that the opening is less sharp on the skin, and also another difference is that on skin the mint and the citrus live longer. Now, the opening is well balanced, smooth and different, which will give you high hopes, and it will make you think you will get a strong fragrance with a manly attitude, a warm dark fougere. The problem is it doesn't have enough muscles to deliver. When you step into the middle, you get a sweet and kind of natural smelling lavender, you get a mild floral sweetness, you get some woody notes, lots of amber, and the tonka is starting to be more prominent. Going deep into the middle, you get waves of smokiness, and sometimes the mix between the cardamom, the woody notes and the tonka, it makes you think you are smelling some kind of Italian fine leather. The smoothest and also in the same time the faintest Italian leather note. So you get a beautiful contrast between fresh, sweet and woody warm notes. On the clothes you get more freshness because the lavender takes full control, while on skin the woody warm notes get a chance to shine. And finally, the dry down, it's all about the amber, tonka and benzoin, with a touch of smoky woody notes. You lose all the floral sweetness, the cardamom, but you still keep a little bit of that freshness, only if you apply it on clothes. On skin, tonka and amber rules. Now, the dry down feels warm and a little bit dark, especially on skin. All that said, the dry down is not interesting, it's just there. It's tonka, it's amber, it's benzoin, but it doesn't bring anything special to the table. On clothes you get a little bit of freshness, might change a little bit the equation, but on skin it's just there, just a dry down, a simple dry down. And now to resume all the things I just said, overall Jacomo in Black by Jacomo has a good scent profile. If you love Oriental Fougères, but nothing too impressive, don't expect an amazing fragrance. When you first apply it, opens quite interesting and has something that makes you think it will be something else, but the performance is weak, and although it has some evolution, the scent profile doesn't do anything special, doesn't deliver. When I apply Jacomo de Jacomo, it feels like an Italian designer fragrance with a very good scent profile. Something you would expect Armani will put on the market. But it fails to deliver, it fails to continue, it has a good promising start and then fades away. The fragrance goes too fast through the notes, the performance is weak, and feels like a cheap fragrance you buy from your local Aldi, Lidl, Walmart and all the other shops. The type of fragrance that smells good while you are in the shop, and when it dries down doesn't offer anything, it's okay, it's not bad, but in the same time feels like all the other fragrances. While this feels kind of special because the scent profile doesn't match with anything that I have, it's something not impressive. And now let's get to the performance, which you already know it's weak. Longevity you get around 3 hours depending on the conditions, depending on how much you spray, temperature and everything else. Projection is weak for the first hour, and after it becomes a scent close to skin or really close to skin in some situations. Projection is weak for the first hour, let's say 45 minutes depending on again the conditions. Now seasons and time of the day, this feels like a fragrance you will wear for autumn and winter, but since the performance is quite weak, you will be left with almost nothing. So I don't know, let's say it's okay to wear for a cold summer night, or let's say beginning of autumn, kind of a day or night. Feels more like a fragrance for night, but you get the idea. Now, wear occasions. Since this has some fougere qualities, it will not offend people, except the mid and the dry down, which can be headache inducing depending on the sensibility of every person. You should be aware that if you spray too much, because you will be tempted to spray too much since this has almost no performance or weak performance, and it will induce headache to people around you, depending on, of course, how sensible they are. Now, the age, in my opinion, you should be at least 25 years to wear this because it feels mature, feels a little bit dark, Italian, old school type of fragrance. You know, you should give some age to this fragrance. Now, when it comes to who can wear this is manly, this is not unisex, it doesn't play into that middle range type of fragrance. No, it's straight up manly fragrance. And now the big question, is Jacomo in Black by Jacomo a safe blind buy? No, it's not. This is not a safe blind buy, although the idea behind this fragrance is quite good. The problem is it doesn't deliver, and it feels like a fragrance it should be sold for under 10 euros or dollars. This was a blind buy for me, you know, to fulfill the required amount to get the free shipping. But after getting this, I still think that paying that shipping fee was a better idea than buying this instead, you know. Because I paid 19 euros, or you will pay $19 depending on the area where you live. But for that price I get better options and a better scent profile and probably way better, more performance. And that's all for today, dear Fragmatics. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you have some feedback, I invite you to share it with me. I want to take a moment to say a big special thank you to all my current subscribers. If you are new here and if it's your first time and you stayed until the end of this video, it means that I'm doing something good, something you like, something useful for you. So I will invite you to subscribe to join the family. To all of you, again, a big special thank you for all your support and for watching my videos. That's all for today. Until next time, take care, stay safe and smell good. Bye.